Flyers TV is sponsored by the Bay Hotel. Danny, you must have been pretty pleased with the performances and the points picked up last weekend.
Yeah, I think it was a good weekend. Good, performance-wise, I think all three nights we did a lot of good things. The compete levels were there. I think probably most importantly, our physicality was there. I know the weekend before in the game in Belfast, when we went over to Belfast, we weren't happy with the way we had played on the Saturday night at home, especially at home. But we went to Sunday and we challenged the guys to be more physical, compete a lot harder. But the physicality thing had definitely been an issue with the consistency. And, we went into Belfast against a very physical team, and I think we matched them very well. And, it came up a bit short there, but I think it carried over to the next week. And in Dundee, we played very physical at home against Braehead, although, we left it too late to come back. We were very physical. And even in Braehead on the Sunday, we were physical against a team that came out and they played physical as well, and just unfortunate that we couldn't find the back of the net. But overall, I think, very pleased with the weekend.
And that Dundee Stars team went on to score 17 goals in the following games after not scoring against Fife on the Friday. Yeah,
a bit of a funny league this year. That's something, going down to Manchester for them. I mean, two teams that have a lot of offense and play a little, particularly Manchester play a little high risk. And but I mean, I don't think anybody could predict an 11-9 score at Murrayfield, and it's just crazy. But no, very, very satisfied with the shutout in Dundee in a tough building. I mean, I've been saying it for 5 years now. Every time you go there, you're in for a tough night and a tough 2 points. So we were glad to get out of there, especially the way the game went. Brownie made some good saves for us, but if you want to have success in this league, that's what your goalie has to do. And I thought we came a little bit under fire in the second there, but we killed off, I think it was 6 power plays, and they had a 5-on-3 for a minute and a half. So the PK was huge in that game, and I think down to those power plays, they had a few more shots than us, but I think all in all, the game was quite even, and luckily we came out on top.
What do you make of the standard of Dundee Stars and Braehead Clan this season, and who do you think is going to be the favourite for the conference?
Well, I mean, the standard, I think across the board from top to bottom is good. I mean, I think it's early days. I think every team has shown a bit of what they can do, and have had some struggles as well. Braehead's a good team, top to bottom. They got some depth. They got a great goalie. And Dundee, again, I think Dundee's strength probably this year is their depth in scoring. I mean, they got 3 lines that are producing for them right now. I think they got 5 to 7 guys in the top 25 to 30 scorers. So that's I think that's been a huge part of their success. And then they got some guys at the back end that just keep it simple and concentrate on playing good D. And as for the favorite for the conference, I think it's anybody's game. I think we're right in the mix there, and one weekend we could be on top, and Dundee's in the mix, and Braehead is strong with some games in hand, and Edinburgh has shown their strengths by playing well in our conference, but beating a lot of teams in the other conference. And Manchester's a dangerous team offensively, so I don't think you can count anybody out at this point.
What's your thoughts going into this weekend? First of all, at home to Dundee Stars on the Saturday.
This week, I mean, it's we got to play with some physicality. We got to put in a good performance here at home and find some consistency, especially at home. And I think it's a huge clash. I mean, don't want to get too far ahead, but a big win here could see us right there on the top of the conference. So, Dundee's a tough team, and then they've already come into this building this year and beat us. So, I mean, it's something that we have to work on all week. And like I said, when our physicality's up there, we're a different hockey team, and we've really cleaned up some stuff at the back end where, we're not giving up a lot of shots recently. We're not giving up a lot of goals, but now it's trying to find that balance of getting the pucks in the net. And I just think that, we'd be a little bit more concerned if the chances weren't there, but you guys are getting opportunities, and I just think right now we're having a tough time getting to those secondary pucks, and we're not picking up many rebounds right now and finding those dirty goals. We're either scoring nice goals or we're not scoring at all. So, you got to get bit greasy sometimes and score some goals. And we got a few guys that were brought in to score some goals for us that have struggled to find that recently. So, you know what? Just got to get them on the board, and sometimes that's all it takes to find a spark.
Offensively, is it just a case of trying to get that third period performance against Bray Clan on the Saturday and taking it into every game?
Yeah, I mean, if you talk performance, I mean, I don't know if the performance in the third period was any better than the other two periods, or our performance on the Friday. It's just pucks went in for us. Stockton creates a great chance for himself, but we can't underestimate that net presence. Dingle's standing right on top of the crease in front of Holt. He can't see a thing. That puck goes in, creates some life for us, and all of a sudden they get on their heels a little bit, and we create some pressure. And I think Foxy comes down and shoots a puck that maybe the goalie wasn't expecting him to shoot, and it goes in for us. And then a fantastic goal by Dorsey. But if we're talking performance and process wise, I mean, that's my coach's head. But we didn't do anything differently. We didn't come in after that second period and change anything. We came in and said stick to what we're doing, stick to the process, and we're getting chances. They'll come. They have to drop. We got too much talent in the room for it not to drop eventually, and luckily it did. And on the Sunday night, it was just unfortunate. I mean, Holt played well, but I got to give some credit to Brayhead. They did a fantastic job at keeping us to the outside. We didn't get to secondary pucks at all, and they blocked a lot of shots that night as well.
Going into Sunday, I know you don't want to try and look too far ahead, but away to Sheffield Steelers, the first opportunity for Fife to play them this season.
Yeah, we haven't seen them close up. Obviously, we've been watching some video on them and stuff, and they've I think they're a team, as just like most teams in our league, maybe bar one or two, that would say they've found some inconsistency within their game. They had a huge win down in Nottingham on the weekend, so I mean they're stacked from top to bottom, and we're definitely going to have to be at our best going down there. But like you said, we're not going to look past the Dundee Stars, because they're a tough opponent and they're right up there, in the league standings, and it's a big game for us.
Cheers, Danny.
Yeah.